This is Charter Local Edition. I'm Brad Pomerance on the Central Coast today, and we are joined by Dr. Vicki Schumacher. She is the superintendent of Coast Unified School District, which covers which communities?
We include in our community the area of Cambria, Cayucas, Harmony, and San Simeon.
Must be tough living in paradise.
It's really the most beautiful commute anywhere.
And tell us about the student body, the students. Is it a large district, a small district? What's the feel of the district?
We're a relatively small K-12 district. We have students who are part of the service industry because we have a large tourism aspect in our community.
Right, of course.
As well as we have people who are working as professionals in San Luis Obispo area, in the Cambria and Cayucas area, and some of these people even work remotely, yet they've chosen to live in our community. Yes.
So I want to talk about a new program that your district is launching in the fall.
Yes.
You've had, I guess, the germination of it within the last few years, but it's known as its college and career pathway programs.
Yes.
Which is interesting because usually you would think there'd be a college pathway and a career pathway, but you're putting those two pathways together. Somewhat innovative, if I may say.
Yes. Well, you know, we're really moving beyond your, what we kind of call your grandpa's vocational ed.
Right.
You know, we're moving into preparing our students for college or career choices when they complete their high school education. And you know, we think of the former American high school where it was a potpourri of classes and you would sample, but now we're looking for depth of experience. We're building 21st century students in all of our work.
It's so funny you say that because in the olden days when I went to high school, it was all about being well-rounded.
Yes.
That's what all the colleges wanted to see, a well-rounded student who tried everything.
Yes.
Jack of all trades, master of none. Now both colleges and employers are looking for specialists.
Absolutely. We're looking for students who can, of course, think across many careers over the course of their lives.
Right.
However, our students will complete high school not only with college preparation, but also with certifications so that they have high-skilled jobs right out the gate.
Think about that. You graduate high school with a bona fide certification.
Absolutely.
Depending on which of these two pathways you choose, if not both.
Yes, it's very exciting.
So let's talk about the pathways. In 9th grade, hopefully, your students would take a class known as Career and Global Studies in connection with Cuesta College, the community college in the community. Tell us about that introductory course, we'll call it.
Yes, well, as part of this course, there's a curriculum called Get Focused, Stay Focused, and students develop a 10-year plan that's rather detailed as to what would need to happen if I chose this career 10 years out. Let's backwards map and what would I need to do starting in my 9th grade year? What kind of grades do I need to earn? What kind of internships and externships do I need, etc.
So then the students can select one of two pathways. I guess technically they could choose both because you only need 3 classes on the pathways, and there are 32 classes in a 4-year term.
Yes.
But let's start with the agricultural pathway.
Yes.
Not surprising, Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, one of the best ag schools in the state. We're in an ag area. So tell us about the ag pathway.
Well, even before we launch our pathway next year, we have a lot of strength in Future Farmers of America. There are a lot of opportunities for our students to participate and show their animals in the Mid-State Fair.
Nice.
Our students earned $37,000 last summer.
Come on.
Yes, and it is so exciting. I mean, I'm learning so much about agriculture by going to the rear portion of our high school. We have a beautiful property. And so basically our students would start with taking an ag mechanics class. It's very popular. We are already offering this class. And they're learning a lot with welding and a lot of the skills, and they get science credit. This is considered a lab science class in preparation for Cal State University, University of California requirements.
So that's for real?
For real. So it's a rigorous course.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Second class.
Then they take 2 classes in sequence. One's animal science and the final class is veterinary science. Those 2 classes together earn a student veterinary technician certification. That is the equivalent of an 18-month program post-high school traditionally.
Think about how much money you're saving.
Yes.
And think about the marketability of this student. Maybe they don't want to go to college. College is not just appropriate for them, and that's okay. It's okay. but you have this certification.
Absolutely. And what's wonderful is, a lot of students, certainly health sciences pathways exist in other high schools, and it's wonderful, but there are limitations on what the students can do in terms of seeing adults or children's records and doing DNA sampling, studying metabolism. Whereas with the animals, I have witnessed a girl recently who was pulling off 20 hairs off of a cow's tail in order to do DNA sampling.
Fantastic.
So actually, these are transferable skills into medical fields in the future.
Let's talk about the other pathway. Really inspired. We are in California, and whether we're in North, Central, or South California, arts is a big part of our state. It really contributes tremendously to our economy. And so the second pathway, arts, multimedia, and entertainment.
Yes, this is a technology-based pathway where students are learning all of the visual graphics, they're learning audio production, we're doing a lot of filming. We're actually partnering with Charter and looking at internships and externship opportunities.
We're glad to do that.
Yes, absolutely. We are building a state-of-the-art film studio in our high school. We're also moving into a new kind of learning for students in the computer lab. We're getting rid of the large box-size computers. Each student is going to have a laptop. They're going to then push the products that they're collaborating on up to a large screen that they're sharing. And the whole idea of collaborating and looking at each other and thinking and applying what they're learning is wonderful.
And think about those team building skills. In addition to the actual skills that you need, that you're actually implementing, you're learning how to partner. And that's what you need once you get the job. You got to be able to get along with your colleagues.
Absolutely. I was just learning recently, even at West Point, in the last 10 years, there's been a significant increase in the number of humanities courses because they find with leaders, there needs to be more than just the engineering coursework, but a lot of work in the arts and humanities.
So do you have a sense, I know the programs are, oh wait, I want to interject. At the end of this pathway, another certification is offered.
Yes, Adobe certification.
That's for real. The guys in the studio, wouldn't we all want an Adobe certification?
Absolutely.
Adobe, it's a very important skill to learn, especially if you want to be an editor, whatever it may be. I need to get Adobe certified.
Yes, absolutely. And it's a wonderful skill. And of course, we talk about stacked skills as students are building their resume and work products in the high school years as they're preparing for post-high school experiences. I want to add something.
Please.
Each of these pathways, while we have only discussed the 3 core courses that are required, I want to at least talk about one class that's an add-on class to each of these pathways.
Please.
So in agriculture, we're offering horticulture with a strong emphasis on viticulture. So that is a way to...
We are on the Central Coast.
Yes, absolutely. And then with this arts, media, entertainment pathway, we are adding significant cyber security classes. We have a partnership with College of the Canyons, and we are doing something with a software called Raspberry Pi. And we even have 2 of our instructors who are going to Las Vegas to a cybersecurity conference. We are really developing hybrid technology skills in our students.
And the reality is, when you think about what's happened in terms of cyber attacks, think about Sony Pictures, which was under cyber attack. We know there have been a lot of cyber assaults, and that is a job for the 21st century.
And frankly, right here where we are at Camp San Luis Obispo, the Board of Supervisors has just approved, in partnership with Cal Poly, a cybersecurity lab training center, the only one in the state. Our students are going to be able to participate in internships there. There are so many exciting opportunities here in this San Luis Obispo area.
Could you give me a sense, if you know, in terms of the sign-on and sign-up for each pathway? Do you know what's more popular yet?
No, both. It's unbelievable.
Really?
We have marketed to our 8th grade students as well as 9th and 10th grade students can choose to enter into these programs for next year. Classes are packed. We are adding additional sections. There is so much enthusiasm. Yes.
But not one more popular than the other.
No, both. It's unbelievable. Yes.
Congratulations. You must be really excited, and I'm sure the students of Coast Unified as well are excited about these pathways. Very innovative, and I want to thank you for joining us. Her name is Dr. Vicki Schumacher. She is the superintendent at Coast Unified School District on the Central Coast of California. My name is Brad Pomerance. You're watching Charter Local Edition.